Hey guys, and welcome back to Studio One with me, Gregor. One of the exciting updates that we have for virtual instruments in Studio One 6 is the addition of MPE, which stands for MIDI polyphonic expression. It allows you to modulate a synthesizer on a per voice basis, meaning that a certain note of a chord could be opening up gradually over time, become brighter, while all the other ones do the opposite or stay the same. And that can really have some incredibly complex results that you couldn't otherwise achieve with the traditional MIDI possibilities. Let's take a look. So when we open up the Mai Tai, which is the powerful virtual analog synthesizer that we have inside of Studio One, we find a brand new preset folder in Studio One 6 that's labeled MPE, and that's actually a great starting point for you so that you can explore the sonic capabilities of this feature immediately without having to worry about the routing. Because if you select the MPE blade preset, for example, as I have here, and you have a chord, which is currently quite static, mind you, then you can click on this Show Hide Automation Lanes button inside of the musical editor where you edit your MIDI notes. And then you should see the note controller section next to velocity. And here you can assign different automations on a per note basis. So if I, for example, select this note right here from the chord, I could go ahead and go to the paint tool, select one of my favorite waveforms, which is parabola, and then just draw from here like a modulation upward. And what you should hear now is that there's a modulation happening on this note and this note only, while all the other ones sound just like they did before. Have a listen. So on this lower note, we could do the opposite maybe, and that could start from the top and then go down like so. So that's already pretty interesting. We can also do this with timbre, for example. Timbre is something that you can usually adjust on a per note basis on an acoustic instrument like a guitar, and MPE allows you to have that same organic behavior for electronic sounds as well. And for that, maybe we should go ahead once again on the paint tool and select a sine wave this time for more of an LFO type of effect. And just start drawing in something like so. You might not hear it as well now because the other modulation is so bright, it sounds like this. But that's only happening on this particular note, while all the other ones are doing something entirely different. Now, after a little while, you can come up with something like this, which I've prepared here. It looks quite wild, but if you listen to it, then you get just an incredibly rich result that you couldn't otherwise achieve. You can see the waveforms that I have drawn in for each of these notes independently, and this just really gives Mai Tai so much more complexity than before. If you want to map these MPE parameters on your own, then just open up the Mai Tai and go to the mod A or mod B banks where you can assign your sources and your targets for modulation. So for example, you were able to do envelope 2 and LFO 1 before, and now you can also do these three here that you find at the bottom of the list: polypressure, pitch control, and timbre control. Each of these can be mapped to any of the available destinations inside of the Mai Tai modulation section, and once you've done so, you can control all of these parameters on a per note basis independently, which can really enrich your sound. Amazing for sound design. So hopefully you find that inspiring. Definitely give it a try with Mai Tai and MPE in Studio One 6, and thank you for watching.